Hello everyone, in today's video I am doing a kind of pastel marble design with silver accents. I'm starting off by going in with this pale pink gel polish and I'm doing a full cover coat on my index and pinky fingers, just painting the whole nail badly, if you can see that there. Don't worry, I do fix it up. And then on my middle two nails I'm going to do a slightly different accent design. And I'm just going to paint the pink polish down the center strip of those two nails, and then later on I'm going to fill in the sides with a silver polish. You could do this by just painting the whole nail silver first and then going in with your pink strip, but I did it this way. There's benefits of doing it both ways. I just chose to do it this way this time. I do end up having to do two coats of this polish color because, as you can see, it's a little bit patchy after one coat. If your polish is not as patchy as this, then you could get away with just doing one coat and then going straight into the marbling, because you can kind of strategically place the marble veins over any patchiness of your base polish. I do want to mention that I am completely curing all of the polish before moving on to my next step. In my previous marble videos, in some of my previous marble videos, I have left the base color uncured and gone in with the veining into wet polish, and that helps it to spread. But in this case, I am doing the veining on fully cured gel polish. I think it depends on the polish that you're using, the colors that you're using. I have found that even if I'm using the same brand, there are different colors that spread differently in different other colors. So I think it's best to kind of experiment with your colors and see how they spread, because sometimes the polishes can spread too much in a wet gel polish and sometimes they don't spread enough on a cured polish. So now I'm taking my two other colors that are not silver, and I'm starting with the purple one, and I'm going to start doing my veins. So for the veins, what are my tips? I guess don't have a lot of polish on your brush. If you can see there, I don't have a lot of polish on my brush, and I'm kind of holding the brush a little bit further down the barrel, is that what you call it? The handle of the brush, so that I don't have too much control. You kind of want to go with your natural shaky handedness if you have any. I know I do, and just let the brush move as it wants to. I'm also using the very tip of the brush. I'm not using the whole length of the brush hairs. I'm using pretty much just the tip, and I do have one general direction that the veins of the marble are going. It's not exactly parallel lines or anything like that, but there is a general direction that the veins are going, and I usually like to have one of the veins on each nail be kind of a Y-shaped, a forked vein. I think they look quite nice. But yeah, that's what I'm just doing, that over all of the pink areas of the nails. And then before I cure this, I'm going to go in with some isopropyl alcohol. I'm just spraying a little bit onto my palette here. You could put it into a little dish if you've got one, but I just have it in a spray bottle, so I just sprayed it onto my palette. Then I'm loading up my brush with the isopropyl alcohol, and I'm kind of dabbing over those veins that I did. So like I said, the purple polish is not cured, so this is going to blend it out and blend it into the base, but not completely. There's a fine balance of too much blending and not enough, but that's kind of something you have to figure out for yourself. And you can have different kinds of marble looks. Some of them are more smoked out, some of them are less smoked out. It all just is personal preference, and just also some colors look better blended out and others don't. But this is going to be kind of the base of our veining. And then we'll do some more highlights, I guess low, I don't know what you call it. So then I cured that fully once I had dabbed that all with the isopropyl alcohol, and then I'm repeating that kind of process but with the pink polish, the pink, not the base pink, it's a brighter pink than that, and I'm just doing another few veins of that through the nail, overlapping some of the purple and also not overlapping some of the purple in different places, just trying to get an even amount. It's supposed to be like a natural look, So every nail is going to be different. And I find that every time I do a set of marble, they're just always so different, slightly different each time that you do it. Even I did my forefingers and then I came back and did my thumb, and there is a subtle difference between the way my thumb looks and my other fingernails, just because I did them at a separate time. But once I've placed the pink down, I'm going to go in again with the isopropyl alcohol before curing the pink and just blending that out. This may seem like a lot of steps for some of you, but I promise you this is actually really easy. Once you've got the hang of it, it doesn't take much time at all. It's really quite a quick process, and there's not really any need to be super detailed, I guess, except for doing the silver lines down the two middle nails, but you could completely skip that and just do full marble nails all around. That would look great. Hope you can see the detail in there. So after I have cured the pink, I'm going back in with my purple color, and I've got even less polish on the brush now, and I'm going to kind of pick a side of where I've blended out the purple from the first step, the first vein step. I'm going to kind of pick an edge and almost outline it, but I'm really using like the tippy tip of my brush and using the lightest pressure and just using all the shakes that my hand will give me to just do a super light line on the edge of the blending, so that blending is still there underneath, but I'm picking one side and kind of following the natural shapes that blending it out has done. And if you think you've gone a bit overboard at this stage, you can remove, go back to your isopropyl alcohol and blend out any harsh lines that you don't like. And you could completely skip this step if you liked the way that it looked with the softer look. You could just leave it at that. I think it's all, again, down to personal preference, and some colors, they need this step. Other colors, it's too much if you do this step. It's all just how you like it to be and what you think looks good. I'm sure there are some people that will think that I should have not done this step and I should have left it with the blended out look, but one thing I will say is that on camera, I don't know if it's the contrast is a bit higher, but in real life they're a little bit more subtle than they come across on camera. I do have some footage at the end of these nails in different lighting situations, and I think if you watch that far you'll be able to see that they are a little bit more subtle in real life. Not too subtle, but just the right amount of subtle. So I cured that purple step, and then I'm going in and repeating the same exact step in the pink. The pink is a little bit harder to see the blended out lines because it's quite similar to the base color. So I'm just kind of doing veins over the general area of where I think is good to put them, where I put the pink before, but I'm not so much following the edge of the blend because I can't really see the edge of the blend. So I'm kind of making up my own edge. But again, just using a really small amount of polish and the very tip of my brush, hardly any pressure, and just not trying to be crisp and precise, just trying to let the brush go where it naturally wants to go. So I cured that, and then I'm taking this silver polish and I'm doing very thin lines with this. Again, more veins, so it's not a straight line or anything like that. It's just a very thin line of silver. How many times can I say very? It's I don't know, it's very delicate, and it kind of, you almost don't see it until your nail moves and you catch the light. Again, on camera, I think the contrast, or maybe my lighting, is making the silver pop and really show up darker than it is in real life. But yeah, it's just very subtle, very delicate, and I'm just taking that across the nail wherever I want to put it. If I've got some areas that are maybe a bit too blank, I'm kind of chucking it in there, but otherwise I'm some parts I'm covering over the purple or the pink, other parts I'm not. It's up to you. You can put it wherever you want. But I hope you can see there, they have very, very, very thin lines of silver. Even thinner than the other colours on the nail. So now I'm taking that same, I did cure these nails, then I'm taking the same silver polish and I'm just filling in those lines down the sides of the middle two fingers. Like I said, you could have done a base of silver first and then drawn your strip on the middle. Maybe that would be easier for some of you. Maybe it would have been easier for me, but I didn't do that this time anyway. I did it this way. Sometimes I feel like you can add too much bulk to the nail if you're doing too many layers, so I didn't want to do that. But then I don't think it would have made a huge difference in this particular design. And at this stage, you can make that center strip as thin or as thick as you want it. One benefit of doing it this way means that your marble will go all the way to the edge, or even like over the edge, so it kind of, you don't see the edge of the design. If you were to paint the pink on top of the silver, then you would have to draw your marble, you would have to go from the edge across, whereas painting the marble first, you can kind of go past the edge and then cover up the edge with the silver, so it kind of looks as though you've cut a slab of the marble out of whatever, and the marble design goes past through the edge, so you don't have, I don't know if this is making any sense at all. I don't know how to explain it, but basically I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but I hope you have some sort of idea what I'm trying to say. This, I think, makes it look more natural? No, I don't know. Like, it's not such a harsh edge. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. This also doesn't need to be perfectly straight because the marble design kind of hides any, well, it hides to a degree any not straightness. If you have any mistakes on the line between the marble and the silver. And also the silver disguises that as well, because it's not a flat color, so you can kind of disguise any not quite straight, not quite perfect lines. I think it would also look really nice if you did the two silver stripes and then maybe put a white line separating them, and you could even do some white line work on the other nails. Or, to be honest, these would look great without the silver section, and like I said before, just doing the whole hand with the full marble nails, and if you wanted to go the extra mile, some white line work or something. They're very cute, very Easter appropriate. If you wanted them to be even more Eastery, chuck in like a pastel yellow or green or something. They're kind of Eastery enough for me without being bunny rabbits and what are they called, Easter eggs, because I feel like when you do that you're kind of limited, because Easter is obviously only like a weekend, a 4-day weekend thing, so it's not like long enough for me personally to dedicate a full set to, which is strange because I guess Christmas is only 1 day, but I would dedicate a full set to Christmas nails, but that's slightly different. Anyway, so after I finished the silver side sections, I just went ahead and top coated, and that's the finished design. Like I said, it may seem like there are a lot of steps in this manicure, but they're really not hard steps. They're just, they go quite quickly, and it's just practice, just kind of getting your hand used to doing the natural, like shaky veins of a marble and then blending, and you can go back and blend more or add more as much as you want to. I keep saying I'm sorry if this voiceover is all over the place. I need a bit more practice. Also, this whole video is in normal speed. I have obviously cut off like all the times I go off camera to cure and like dip my polish brush and things and everything like that, so it's not a full representation of how long it takes, but I'd say the 4 nails took about half an hour to do, maybe. And yeah, that's not bad considering I was filming and everything. That's not a long time. I definitely think you could do a full set of these nails in 45 minutes to an hour, depending on, you know, how long your prep took and everything. These are really versatile as well. You can do these in any different colors. Obviously black and white or black and grey is really good. I'll make sure I link my other marble tutorial as well. Seems to be quite popular. The audio is not very good on it, although let's be honest, the audio is not very good on any of my videos. But these are the finished nails. In this lighting, the silver is really popping and you can see it very much, but you'll see later on in natural lighting that it does look a little bit more subtle. I think these are gorgeous, and I always say they're gorgeous. I say that about every set that I do, but obviously I like them because otherwise I wouldn't do them. Well, that's not true. I've done nails I don't like. Anyway, I'm rambling again. If you've got any suggestions for videos and things that you'd like to see, I'd love to do some like basics, but I don't know what kind of basics you would want to see, so just let me know what kind of things you want to see and I'll get onto that. We are in lockdown at the moment, so there's plenty of time to be doing things. I hope that everyone's nails are looking nice and healthy and no one has been tempted to just peel off their polish or whatever they've got on their nails. And I hope everyone's staying safe and isolating well. Thank you all for watching. If you've made it this far, make sure you like and subscribe and share to your friends and comment down below whatever you want to see from me or what you don't want to see from me. I don't know why you would tell me that. Maybe, I don't know. Just, yeah, any suggestions, just leave them down below. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.